you're back on the Mastiff channel. So we're going to address a few things tonight. Like I said last week, we delved into the dark arts of the grip. Tonight we're going to delve into the deeper version of that, which is the release. So a lot of people shy away from that, a lot of people shy away from the grip, and we don't. We'll try and help you with it. Also, we're not going to pimp any darts tonight because I'm going to show you a set of, I eventually got them, a set of the Star Wars TIE Fighter darts. So we'll have a look at them and see what they look like. Now, also tonight we're going to address the price of tungsten. If people don't know about what's happening with tungsten, basically China have just about everything, just about all of the tungsten that is available in the world at the moment. Now, as everybody knows, darts are made out of tungsten. So you get 90% tungsten, 95, 97.5%. The more tungsten content in a dart, usually the more expensive it is. You can't use 100% tungsten because it would be too brittle and it would snap when it hit like a concrete floor. So the thing is, because of the price, and I'm not talking about a small price increase here. So to give you an example, this time last year, it was roughly £33 UK a kilo to buy tungsten. This is before it gets machined into a dart and delivered with your delivery charges, packaging, everything. So £33 is just for the material, the raw material alone. At the minute, as far as I heard, it's about £270 a kilo. So if you look at that as one massive jump. Now, if you want to go into this deeper, Matthew Edgar's done a really good video on it. He's delved right into it and he's explained everything, and he's researched, he's done his research. Well done, Matt. And he is now saying that the Chinese are predicting that by the end of this year, by the end of 2026 and start of next year, it's roughly going to be £330 UK per kilo. So if you look at £33 to 300, it's ridiculous. So people are talking, manufacturers are talking about using a lower content of tungsten, which they would start at. Some Asian countries use 50 and 60% tungsten darts. Some people are talking about, can we go back to brass darts? I mean, come on, guys. So, but it's looking as if it's going to have to go that way. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. You would never think this would happen in darts. You see the price of gold and everything going up there, but you really don't see tungsten going like this. I've never seen anything like this before. So if I was you and I was going to buy tungsten darts, believe me, I'd be buying them now. I've seen the prices have started to rise, but some people, most of the suppliers have still got stock that they bought in earlier, so they're honouring that stock. I actually spoke to Lewis from On Point Darts today about it, and he's trying his best to keep his prices down as low as he can, but obviously whatever he's got to buy in now is going to be really a lot more expensive. So if you were going to buy darts, guys, buy them now. That's my take on it. You don't want to wait till they go up to over £300 a kilo. You're talking about, in here in Australia, you'll be talking about a $200 to $250 price for any tungsten darts. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. You get premium darts for that now, but you won't get them like later on. So that's my advice to you guys. If you're going to buy darts, tungsten darts, buy them now. Okay? So it's not going to go down any time soon, it's only going to go up and up and up, same as everything else. But this is going to the extreme. Right, so with that said, let's have a quick look at these. So these are Target, the Star Wars collection. I said I wouldn't bother with these, but well, I thought I'd like to see them. This is the TIE Fighter. So these retail at the moment, these retail for about anywhere between 230 and 280 Australian dollars. But you can imagine how much these are going to be when it hits with these prices. So let's take them out of this box. They don't want to come out. Right, now that's what you get in the box. So you get your premium Swiss Point key, obviously the Swiss Point darts. You get some Target stems, and you also get these Star Wars TIE Fighter flights. Now the thing is with these, if you have a look at the actual dart up close, you'll see on this section here, they've actually got the wings engraved in of the actual TIE Fighter. So that's what that grip is. That grip is all TIE Fighter wings. So what I mean by TIE Fighter wings, it's this part here of the TIE Fighter. So you'd be looking at it that way. But you can actually see it on there. They're a lovely looking dart, and they've got a fair bit of grip on the back here. Got a lot of grip on the back, but this grip you won't get on any other dart because it's actual TIE Fighter. So yeah, quite a really nice looking dart, to be honest. Very unusual. So yeah, and your Swiss Point key, as I say, is a special Star Wars key, and you get your chain to make it into a key ring. So for the price, it's not too bad. Now if I tell you this price this time next year, you'd be snapping these up because you'll never get them at this price again. So if you want to own something like this, guys, go and get it now. I'm alright, I got some. Right, now we'll keep up with Sharon's progress this week because there is a bit of news. Because did you or did you not better your average?
I certainly did, yes.
How many times?
I think I started the week on a 28 and I got it up to 33.
And then you went 28 to 30 to 33.
Yeah.
And you also won your first leg, didn't you?
I did.
Won a leg. How's that?
Got my double.
Hit the double. So really good. So all in all, pretty good week, eh?
Yes, yeah.
So, and you feel a bit more comfortable now?
Yes, definitely.
And we've actually changed your we changed your stance last week. We had to. That was terrible. And we've actually now, you're throwing a wee bit more natural rather than a jerky movement.
Most of the time.
Yeah, when you remember.
Yeah.
And when you don't panic when we're watching you. And you actually are throwing a wee bit more rhythm. Eh?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And you've been playing games as well.
Yes.
And that's how we got your average.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been playing games in here.
Yeah.
And that's how we got your average. But yeah, so you actually feel better this week?
Yeah, I think I've seen more of an improvement than the week before, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not an overnight thing, it is how it is. So what we've done right for the start, guys, with Sharon, we changed how she stands, we changed the grip. And when I go over a bit of the release tonight, I'll explain it and show Sharon at the same time. And that kills two birds with one stone, see, because I'm lazy. So, right, let's have a quick throw and see how we go. Don't be nervous with the camera on. Come on now.
That's easier said than done.
So it was not a bad score, but not what we want. Okay. And you've been hitting a few treble 20s, haven't you?
I did, yes. Oh. Oh, sorry guys.
You're in panic mode again. So that's just nerves. So
One more go.
One more go. Better hit a 180 or I'm going to throw my darts at you.
Oh, that ain't happening, is it? Sorry.
So this is what you call, guys, nerves, right? Because this happens to everybody. They'll practice good at home, then they'll go and play a game, and because they're playing in front of people, especially with a camera on, they'll panic, and the panic sets in. So Sharon's not worked out how to deal with that one yet, but we'll sort that out later. But I can vouch for her. She actually hit a few trebles this week and actually played really well in a few legs. So she seems to get better as the game goes on. So hopefully, but yeah, so to jump up like 8 to 10 points on your average over the past couple of weeks is pretty good anyway. So I'm quite happy with that. So right, now we're going to address a wee bit of release. So, if you go back up to the hockey, Sharon, for me, don't need them. Now, if you get ready as if you're going to throw, now if you remember rightly, we've taken away 2 of the fingers that Sharon was using, so she's thumbing 2 fingers now, okay? Now, what I want you to do at home, guys, go like that, just make a fist, right? And then go bang. I'm only joking. So you make a fist, right? And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You'll feel these 2 fingers release easy. These release a bit harder. So if you've got all your fingers on the dart, or 3 of the fingers on the dart, these 2 will release quicker than these 2. Okay? So that means that all your fingers aren't coming off at the same time. If they're not coming off at the same time, that's a problem, okay? That's no good. So if you're using the least amount of fingers, that's good. Right, so you want to be getting, because Sharon's quite short, Sharon doesn't want to be dropping this elbow right down or anything like that because she's already throwing uphill a wee bit as it is. So on the release, when you pull back, when you draw your dart back, people think that their dart actually releases at the end here, or run about the end. That's just completely wrong.
Wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, it would. Yeah. So when you draw back from, say, this point here to this point here, that's the release section. Okay? You don't want to release any later than this, really, or your darts will drop low. Now you can release back here a little bit, not right back here, but here. And if you can master that could work for you, okay? That might work for you. But again, if you're releasing too early, the dart will go high. So you have to, first of all, master letting the darts go completely, right? Getting all the fingers off at the same time, completely open the hand, let the dart go, Otherwise, you're wasting your time, you're setting yourself up to fail. Now, when you release the dart, so you open your hand as you, right? So when you release the dart, all your fingers should be open, even if you're not using these. So if you're not using them, you can't go like that, right? Everything should be open. Now, when you release the dart, make sure your hand follows through on the line of the target that you want to hit. Because if you don't, where that hand finishes is where your dart's going to go, really, on that line. So the release is really, really important for the early release, for the late release. But the most important thing is actually opening the hand, right? Opening the hand, make sure the dart's actually on getting that trajectory, because if you don't, you'll push it one way or the other with your fingers, and you can't do that. We also, early on in one of the videos, said about when you go to release the dart, and as soon as the dart's left your hand, and you're on your follow through, some people go too fast here to pick up their next dart. So you're actually going, which will pull you into fives. So we don't want to be doing the transfer of the dart too quick. So we know how, we've already discussed that before, we know how to actually cure that, and that's just to leave your arm out for a sec and then go and take it. Now, we've already, in another video, but I'll just go over it with the closed hand release, right, which you can only see this part, or an open hand grip. Okay, an open hand grip, not release. So this is open, so you can see this part of my hand. This is actually closed when I grip like that, because you can only see the end here. Now, usually with a closed grip, you're better off just for your hand to open straight like that. This, what most of the players do, you watch them on TV, you don't have to do that. There's nothing wrong if you finish like that. But what you don't want to be doing is finishing like that. Like, it wants to be nice and natural, not forced, because then you'll start throwing them up the way. That's what Sharon was doing. She was going too high. This is the most important thing. Everything ties in with, if you're not doing if you're not doing everything right, you're still going to not get, and you're not going to get ahead. You're not going to get anywhere, really. So we have to master everything one at a time and then put it together. But the release of the dart ties in with the follow through a lot. So if you follow through badly, like I see people when they'll throw it across their body, or they'll have their hand going out this way, that's just going to throw you all over the board. Wherever that hand stops, that's where you're going to go. A good thing to be doing is when you get time, just actually, don't put a dart in your hand, just like this. Some people say point to the board, point to what you're going to throw at. I don't think you have to. I think you get a better sort of release if you just open your hand, and it gets your hand used, it gets you into a bit of muscle memory with the release then. So everything is ties in, the pull back, the follow through and the release all tie in, but then so does the grip, so does the stance, so does everything else. I've worked it out before, there's about 17 things that you have to remember to do, and do them naturally with rhythm instead of forcing them. And it's really hard, because when you're starting to play darts, you've got to think about this, and you're on the hockey and you're not concentrating on what you're trying to hit, because you're trying to think, oh, I've got to remember and do this, got to remember. Believe me, guys, it will come, they'll all come together one day, and you'll feel great about it.
I said to you, it's like, remember when you learnt to drive, you had to think step by step what you had to do.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden
it just becomes natural. Yeah. So it's yes, that's a good analogy. It's very much like that. So it'll become, I'm not saying natural for you to do it, but it'll become easier, and to the point where it will just become a nice smooth flow. So yeah, so apart from the nerves,
yeah,
right, shaky, I can vouch that you've been playing good most of the week, so it can only improve and we'll definitely get there. So that's my round up with Sharon, and that is a wee bit of the release for you as well. But I want you to practice that, guys. I want you to keep doing that, because that actually works. Get them fingers out the way, keep them going, get them out the way. So yeah, so that'll probably do us for this week, guys. Next week we'll delve into something else and we'll show Sharon another way of improving our game, which hopefully if you guys out there are watching and you want to improve your game, hopefully it helps you as well. So thanks again for all your comments. Now, I never ever got the shirt that went to America for Eric Anderson. It went to America and it came back to me. So I've asked Eric a few times. I'm going to say, if you're watching, Eric, can you let me know? I'll get it another week and then I'm going to redraw that shirt. I'll put it into different packaging and I'll send it to whoever I draw out next week. So if you've not contacted me, Eric, by next Monday, I'll actually redraw it and send it to somebody else. It's a sort of one-off shirt. Like, you won't get another one outside of Australia, outside of Western Australia, to be honest with you. So it's a really good thing to get. If the only way to win it is to go and put something in the comment, just put shirt, just dart shirt in the comment section. If you put that in the comment section, you're in the draw. So we'll draw it out next week unless Eric gets in touch with us. But if Eric does get in touch with us, we'll put something else in as a prize. Okay? That way nobody loses out. Alright then, guys, so that'll do us for this week. So remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. It helps us to help you. So if you don't, your man's going to be coming to see you. So follow us through to the next one, guys. Catch you next time. Cheers.